How are you?
I am wonderful and so happy to be back.
You look wonderful and radiant, almost like you were on vacation like I was. But my tan's gone, so you're looking a lot brighter than I am.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't get quite the tan that I wanted, but I missed you guys.
I know we've missed you. We're so glad you're back. Everybody can end their search party because people were asking between last week and this week where you were at. And I was like, he's on a secret mission for the CIA, guys. Relax.
Exactly. Or lost at sea after I got dumped from TaterCon. I have no idea,
Yeah, there's so many possibilities. In fact, we might need to make a mysterious game about it at some point. So
I love it. No, thank you. And a lot of you, thank you, Paul. But a lot of you have sent some messages too. And I sure missed you guys and so happy to rejoin Nicole and Robert and all of our friends and family here.
Yeah, I love the TransWorld Live family is absolutely fantastic. And you guys, every time I see these comments start rolling in, it fills our heart, our black little souls with joy all the way around.
100%. Derek, love you, buddy. Yeah, absolutely. And CES, Hannah, good to see you guys. Thanks for being here.
Chris, breaking news.
We
made it 30 episodes into season 4 already.
We've been at
this for quite some time. So congratulations on that.
I know. We have had some really good runs. Our last season was a long run. And this one I think we'll end up with 33 or so. We have I think 2 more before MHC, and then of course we have to do an aftermath show.
Yeah, we do. Oh my gosh. All right. So if you are new here or just tuning in, we are your official accompaniment to all things TransWorld and industry news. So we come to you here live, usually every Tuesday, except for once or twice a year. We like to throw in a little glittery fun, keep you on your toes. And we are here on a special Wednesday edition. And we're very glad to be here.
Yeah, very, very excited. It feels different on a Wednesday. Like it just, we could say TransWorld Tuesday on a Wednesday.
Oh my God. I love it. So, all right, before we get started, we have some very special birthdays that we would like to share. Chris, you want to kick us off?
I do. We just visited him and froze with him up in the East Coast. Paul Brubacher celebrated his birthday on Monday. We're going to pass over today just for a second.
Yeah.
Tomorrow is Christy Jones and Stevie Calabrese Christoph. So we're really excited for both of those. You want to talk about Friday?
Then, on Friday, on the interactive entertainment side of things, we've got Miss Javi Kalbeck, who is a dedicated member of our interactive entertainment board. But today we have a very special birthday. Actually, not one, but 2 special birthdays. A very happy birthday to Mr. Robert Smith and his wife, who share a birthday. That's a fun.
That's so cool.
So Robert and Jennifer, I hope you have a wonderful birthday. And Robert, thanks for being here behind the scenes on your birthday to make sure that we still have a show.
I think that's the reason we actually moved the show from Tuesday to Wednesday. So Robert would get to celebrate live with all of our friends and family.
We're going to go with that for the rest of our lives. Yeah,
we're sticking with that.
That's the story. That's it. Oh my gosh. Chris, are you ready for Midwest?
I am so excited. Like the biggest comment that comes back is like, wow, like it has come up so fast. And we get out of TransWorld. For those that went to East Coast, you get out of East Coast, you're excited and you're like, oh, okay, there's like 5-6 weeks. We're all good. And then all of a sudden it sneaks up on you. And I'm pretty sure we're at a very slim countdown right now.
Yeah.
Do you know how many days we're at?
We're 15 days away. And then breaking news to me this week that this week is also Memorial Day, which just means that summer is just right there, ready to go. I can't believe we're 15 days away from June 6th. So that means most of you that are going on the tour are probably only 13 or 14 days away from being all together at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center right outside of Chicago in Rosemont.
That's right. What a better way to start the summer than being with us June 6th through the
Yeah, and I've always joked it's very much like summer camp, but truly, it like kicks it off. It's a great place. Sit around, kick back, throw some ideas around, or hear what everybody's up to, and really get a head start on your season. It's like the official kickoff to the season.
And it's your last chance to make purchases, to talk to people, to network, to hone up on your skills before you get ready, get through summer, get through your build season, and open up your doors once again.
I love it. I love it. All right. So if you have not gotten your tickets yet, it's okay. You shouldn't wait though, because things are heating up very, very quickly. Daily events, seminars are all being updated all the time. They're right there on the MidwestHuntersCom.com/daily events. For those that don't know, trade show floor is going to open on Saturday. Hours are going to be 9:30 to 5. Sunday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And the floor plan has been released. We have got it here for you, folks. You're hearing it here.
Yep.
But beware, it is nearly sold out already. I can't even believe it.
I don't think, I mean, Rich has really outdone himself. Both Rich and Jen, they've been going crazy, making sure that we have the best vendors to choose from, and that this floor is just packed with a variety of different products and services. And I can't find a blank square anywhere there. Not
at all. Not at all. So if it's any indicator of what last year was like, oh, wait, breaking news right here, right now. The floor is sold out.
There we go.
I know.
Thank you, Rich.
I know. Congratulations, Rich. That's a very big feat. Very exciting. But for folks that have never been to MHC before, this is by far going to be the biggest one. So you are joining us on a really great year. But wait, there's more. That area, that large area that you see there is the pit.
You see that orange? Yeah.
Do you want to tell them what the pit is all about?
It is a cage match. People are going to fight to the death. Like if you've ever seen Beyond Thunderdome with Mad Max, it's going to be crazy. Now, it's one step short of that. There won't be any physical contact, like craziness like that, but it is 12 of the largest and most crazy haunted attractions from the Chicago and Midwest market. They're going to be surrounding this area, bringing their characters, having photo ops, having interactions, being able to do anything, really, interact with each other. They're going to be playing some games. They're going to be hopping around for your entertainment literally all day. And there's food and there's beverages that are right adjacent to the pit. You can sit there, watch the action, and enjoy yourself. Literally, come go shopping, come back, take a break, and enjoy just the chaos that all 12 of these different attractions are going to be bringing with their cast of just demented characters and demons.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. I'm getting so excited about all of this. Now, here's another little piece. If you are a vendor and you're looking at this and you're like, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to experience MHC. And you know what? My plans are to vend next year. Or you're watching and going, uh-oh, I missed my chance. Now is the time to actually start booking for next year, because we're already taking booth reservations for next year. So if you haven't already, get a hold of Rich. If you know that you're coming to Midwest 2025, and that actually goes for East Coast Haunters as well as TransWorld in St. Louis, get those booths going, because word on the street is that this is the place to be. This is the place to sell. And this is where all the fun events and parties are at.
And a lot of vendors will ask, Rich is the man behind all of this masterpiece. But like, even as we're walking around, they're like, hey, how can we get a better booth spot? Register early. Those that register early are rewarded with better spots closer to the doors. Rich can make magic happen all by registering early, and you never get shut out.
Yeah, no, for sure. So speaking of registering early, speaking of getting your stuff done, if you haven't taken a look at the seminars are all released. They are up. They are selling. The big note there is, if you have your heart set on a seminar, do not wait until you arrive to register, because many are actually close to selling out already. So now is the time to do that. Chris, I don't know about you. I mean, I feel like I went on vacation and then all of a sudden everything's like kind of going haywire. But that's absolutely it, guys. We're only 15 days away. So now is the time that people are like, all right, let me just stop at what I'm doing, take a look at MHC, make sure that everything's planned, and that is showing for sure.
What's great is we have a ton of different seminars, but they're not all just geared towards owners and operators. Individual actors, actresses, home haunts, everything that you want to learn, you can learn at a discounted price from some of the best presenters in the entire Midwest, if not the country. I mean, we got Ryan Visengard coming all the way from the Carolinas. So we've got Alan Hops coming from Texas. We've got Distortions. We've got all kinds of amazing people. Don't miss out on this opportunity to get some great knowledge at a great price, right in the heart of Chicago here.
Yeah. So not only that, there's more, just like always. If you haven't heard, there's going to be a pretty epic Thursday haunt pre-show bus tour with so much packed in, so much happening. Chris, can you give us the elevator pitch on that? Like, what does that look like?
Oh my gosh. We put together 4 of the coolest haunted attractions, and we put together something really rare. I know we had an entire episode, and huge credit to Shannon Hops, who filled in while I was lost at sea, apparently, which you guys did so well. But we've seen Disturbia before, but we've seen them at night. So we're going to be seeing them in the morning. I mean, 8:30 in the morning, and they're still going to be delivering the show that packs a punch. We're going to go to a first-time haunt for TransWorld called Evil on Erie. It's a nonprofit haunted attraction in Lafayette, Indiana, right next to Purdue University. These guys are amazing. You're going to get questions and answers at all of these haunts, full shows, just the carpet rolled out for you, right? The only way we do it. We're going to make sure you have snacks, a couple bottles of water. We're going to make sure your lunch and your dinner are just like absolutely 5-star butler service the whole way. Tater will be wearing his white linen outfit to serve us all.
I love it.
The third haunt on the tour will be 13th Hour Haunted Attraction in Indy. Amazing show. This is not a retrofitted building. This is one that was built just for a haunted house complex. So they do have a minor part of their show that's outside. We'll get to see that, lights on, of course, but the inside portion, very theatrical, very dark, and we will get to see as close to the October show as absolutely possible. Our final stop, though, is now going to be entering their 51st season. They do not open for off-season events. They don't open for holidays. They don't do anything in the summer. They literally build and tear down all of their 44 acres, and they make magic happen. They're a 400+ person volunteer haunted attraction. You know them, you love them. Niles Scream Park going to open special just for MHC and for TransWorld.
That is absolutely just crazy, fantastic, amazing, and so many people are saying last year's bus tour was absolutely crazy. Looking forward.
It was.
Really wish we could be there. So sad I can't do Thursday. I am scared. I am so sad that you can't either. It's hard, right? You can't do it all.
No.
But there's a legendary haunt on there of Niles. There's so many folks that are very excited for us to experience that. That is just, Chris, you do a fantastic job. You really, really do. I was entertained the whole time.
Not me, not just me, but it's great working with such these amazing attractions that just want to entertain, and they love the fact to showcase some of the amazing artwork that they've created for us.
So now there's more.
Always.
So much more. Last week, if you didn't hear, we are going to be heading out on Friday for another haunt tour. This time we are heading on over to Hell's Gate Haunted House. There are so many folks that last week were saying, wait, Robbie, how did you hear that? Anyways, sorry. Breaking the news over there. No, but we're headed out to go to Hell's Gate. And if you didn't watch last week's episode, highly recommend it. John the Flamboy himself gave us a little taste of what we're going to be experiencing. And it sounds like an absolutely epic adventure all the way around. And I can't wait.
Literally, it is like walking through a movie. For those that have been through it, you haven't seen anything yet. They have torn down, I think, 3 or 4 rooms, entire areas where they're rebuilding for us. But this is an epic. They don't even call it a tour. It's an adventure. Outdoor, indoor, unbelievable. You're going to have the adventure of a lifetime. We're going to get you food and drink and have just the epic party that everyone deserves as we kick off MHC.
Yeah, absolutely. But wait, there's more. On the event side of things, the Saturday night costume party is going to be nothing but amazing and epic in every single way. I know a bunch of folks look forward to this every single year. Last year, so many of you joined us right on the red carpet, both Chris and I, and strutted your stuff for one heck of a costume party. So if you've never been to the MHC costume party, there is a costume contest, and there are all sorts of categories that you get to enter into, from best costume to scariest costume to best group or couple costume. And the best part, there's cash prizes.
That's right. Got to take home the loot.
Yes. And our good friend August Rose popping up in the comments. I have a beautiful picture of myself, Chris, Pandora, and August in their amazing costumes last year that will forever be one of my favorite memories. So
you stole the words out of my mouth. I could not agree more. And the beautiful part is, certainly you can dress up as your favorite scare actor. You can have some fun, and run around and do your shtick. But a lot of haunters, like August and Pandora, they dressed to the nines.
Yeah,
they did like a spooky boutique style. Really did it up. And there were lots of folks that came in with humorous costumes, like the Kristoffs came in like those blow up dinosaur costumes.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
But literally, everyone's there to have a great time, win a couple of bucks, enjoy it. Do you know who our special guest hosts are going to be?
No.
That night?
No.
Well, rumor has it that it'll be John the Flamboy and Ben Armstrong. So 2 legendary haunt icons going to be leading us through a night of partying.
I love it. This is going to be absolutely amazing. Like every single year that we do this, I always think to myself, how are we going to top it for next year? And the more planning that we do and the more we get everybody together and the brains moving, the better each and every show becomes. And it just doesn't stop there because, guys, if you did not know that we also do the Bloody Mary Makeup Wars, and that is done right at the show. And if you have a team, this is your time to register them, because right now we currently have teams registered. We've got Team Morbid from Walk of the Dead, H-Bomb and the Luna Chicks from Slaughterhouse, Bay City, Michigan, Grime Time from Twisted Crypt Haunted House, and we have room for 2 more. It's going to be first come, first serve, so make sure that you register now for that. Do not wait.
No, absolutely. That is an MHC tradition.
Yeah, absolutely. But speaking of traditions, one of the cool things that happened last year that was one of my favorites. Chris, do you want to tell about the costume design challenge?
Absolutely. So the Creepy Creative Costume Design Challenge, we started this a couple of years back, and it really has developed into just an awesome stage show, awesome opportunity for those to excel. All of the competitors will get about 30 minutes to create a fresh costume. We'll give you the canvas. And Nightmare Forge, who is sponsoring the event, is going to give you the tools and the paint. So you don't need to bring anything. And the the playing field will be level. So everyone's going to have the same canvas. Everyone's going to have the same tools. It really comes down to technique and to skill. And right now, we are really close to having 7 individuals competing. And we have room for one more. Again, first come, first serve. It's free. You can sign up. Robert has the page up. Everything at MidwestHauntersCon.com. Just click under daily events. You can sign up. It'll get you to a Google form. We'll get you information. Now you hear me saying, hey, we've only got spots for 8. But you also know that occasionally a team will forget, or a competitor will forget or get sidelined. So if you want to be a part of this, or at least considered to be a part of this, still sign up. You don't have to say, it's probably going to have too many. We'll put you on the wait list. And there's a significant chance that if somebody doesn't show up 15, 20 minutes to show, you're going to get a call and say, hey, you want to play? A lot of fun, a lot of entertainment. And again, a huge thank you to Nightmare Forge, who's creating these kits. These kits are going to have paintbrushes and ways to distress your costume, even some candy in there to give you a quick sugar fix. But you're going to have paint and oil and all kinds of fun stuff. So the playing field, like I said, will be level.
I love it. I love it. As our friends from Chicago Haunt Builders just say, Barnum only had 3 rings. MHC has 5. That is for sure. That's and right. Our good friend Kimberlina over there is sitting it out this year, unless someone convinces her to join their team. So if you're looking for some teammates, go ahead and put some feelers out there, because it sounds like there are folks that are ready to step up and step in and help out.
No cost to be a part of this. This is all part of your paid ticket. Like we're there to have fun, and you guys get some great prizes for winning these things. So
and this is a great time to remind you guys all that on the 29th, May 29th, the early bird discount is going to end. So do not delay. On the 30th, if you call and you're like, oh my God, I missed it. Nope, I'm so sorry. It's just a hard and fast 29th. So make sure you're making your plans over the next couple of days, because we only got 15 of them left, and you only got 7 days to save.
That's right. Pin a note on your fridge or somewhere where you're going to see it, because we know you've got a long Memorial Day weekend ahead of you, and we just want to save you some money if you're going to come and hang out and have a good time with us.
Yeah, and our good friend Robert behind the scenes has said Kimberlina is an established winner. So
there we go.
Just put it out there in case you guys do need a teammate.
100%. 100%.
All right, but there is so much more here on TransWorld Live, and I could not be more excited than to bring on our very first special guest for tonight's episode. We want to welcome Cheryl Callender from Chicago Haunt Builders. It's that time of year where we get to see Cheryl. Hello,
Cheryl.
How y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Awesome.
Oh, I'm fine.
Yeah. Are you getting excited or are you getting nervous?
A little bit of both. It's coming up very fast.
Yeah.
Very fast. And so yeah, it's just it's an excited, but it's just one of those like, oh God, I have so much to do before then.
Yeah.
100%.
So if you do not know Cheryl, I'm going to give her a little bit of an introduction here, and then I'm going to have her talk a little bit about herself as well. But she is the brilliant mind behind most of the viral statues and tombstones and crazy cool creative monstrosities that come to and out of MHC. This one is just, it's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. But Cheryl, tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I am, oh geez, where do I go? I've always been into the art background and everything, but I never did anything with it. And I've always loved Halloween, but I never had a chance to really do a display. And once I bought my house, I got on Facebook and I found the Chicago Haunt Builders, and what a great group of like-minded people, a bunch of freaks like me. And, watched some videos out there on YouTube on tombstones and stuff, and made a couple basic ones, and everyone was going gaga for them. And I just kind of looked at them like, okay, all right. And then I discovered Monster Mud, and I made my first statue, and then made another statue and another statue, and it just kind of kept going from there.
You are getting lots of love in the comments. But also just a shout out. Rich says Jen Thaler worships her. That is for sure. And Horror Prop says, whoa, nice horns.
Got the horns.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Oh my God, I love it. All right. So you, one of the cool things about you is that not only have you learned to do this yourself and you're always sharing your art on social media, you're also willing to share your talents in another way. So you are actually going to be teaching a class at MHC, tips and tricks for creating awesome Halloween props and sculptures. That's going to be in room 14 from 1 to 2 on which day is that?
Saturday the 8th.
Yep, on Saturday the 8th. So, folks, if you want to see Cheryl in the flesh, first of all, but also in action and learn directly from her, you're going to want to definitely make sure that you are buying that class right now. And in case you want to know a little bit more, it's take your Halloween props and sculptures to the next level by paying attention to detail. Cheryl's going to review the artistic do's and don'ts to follow, which will bring your creations to the next level and make even the most undead creature look more lifelike. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Learning from a master.
I wouldn't call me a master, but it's just the do's and don'ts when I look at some things and I'm just like, no.
Yeah.
And just the little things to make them better and, to bring them to the next level.
That's awesome. So you're also going to exhibiting at MHC this year?
Well, not most of my work will be there on the floor by the Chicago Haunt Builder walkthrough.
Yeah.
Okay, that's perfect.
Yep. So that I think like 3 of my statues will be out there, and I'm currently working on a new one, but it's just in the garage being mocked up right now.
Okay. All right. So there's no pressure. 15 days to go.
Oh, I'm trying. But you know what? I could bring it and work on it there too. And
you could definitely do that.
Oh, live demos.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it might get a little messy, but I don't know how much the convention center would like that. But
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
One of those ask for forgiveness situations, I think.
No pressure. Thanks, Dave and Aubrey.
All right. Hey. All right. So tell us a little bit about your MHC experience. What can we expect? What are you bringing? What are you looking forward to? Tell us everything.
Well, I'll be bringing all of my statues and a lot of my tombstones. They'll be on display there outside of the Chicago Haunt Builder walkthrough. We do the little cemetery scene and decorate it all around. So I'll have a lot of pieces there. I'm sure I'll be by the booth working that a little bit here and there. I'm excited to see all the vendors and to also see my Chicago Haunt Builder friends that are going to have booths there. And, we got some homegrown bones. They're going to have their panels there. Dave and Aubrey are doing their horror props there.
Yes.
Skullkrane's going to be there. So there's a lot of vendors that I'm excited to see and, just go shopping.
Yeah, for sure.
And networking, like I see people online in videos and then, like Alan Huffs, I see him in person. I'm like, it's Alan Huffs.
Oh, totally. We still fanboy out. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
Every
time I do it. So I'm just excited to see all the vendors and, and then the people that come in their costumes. It's always great to see that and the different things they come up with. And, so I'm just excited overall. Because MHC really covers everything. You got your masks, you got your props, you got your paints, you got everything that you can think of is there. And it's just a great experience.
Yeah.
We couldn't agree more. And we work very closely with Jim Slanker, but would love to hear from your words. For those that aren't familiar, maybe they aren't from the Chicago direct area, tell us who are the Chicago Haunt Builders?
So we are a group of like-minded individuals, Halloween lovers, home haunters, yard decorators, that we all get together and we do make and takes together. So we'll all come and do a group build on a project. And there's one coming up actually. But we're constantly on Facebook throwing out ideas, throwing out projects, and and we give the tips and tricks and everything else like that on there. And it's our list that we have. I think last year it was like over 14 pages front and back. of houses, and it's anybody. You don't have to have a giant elaborate display. It's just showing your passion for Halloween in your display and getting friends and family and people in the neighborhood out there. Because you always have that one house when you were little that you're like, that's the Halloween house. Like, and you go there every year. So it's nice that people in the neighborhood, like even myself, you know, now that it's nice out, my garage door is open, all the kids kind of ride by and start looking in and they'll say, are you working on something? I'm like, yes. So it's just a really great group of people, and we're so supportive of each other.
Well, the group wants me to ask you, or wants Nicole and I to ask you about shoulders. What does that mean?
Shoulders on dummies, and I'm going to cover this in my class.
Okay.
Drive me up a wall when people create what I call like the scarecrow, where it just looks like somebody that's going straight across. Shoulders are not like that. You know, they angle up into your neck. So sure. I have different ways with pool noodles how to create the shoulders. But yes, if you have flat shoulders, I will call you out on it. And it's one of those drive me insane things.
I love it. I love it. This is great.
Now that you're saying it, I can literally see it in every single prop. I'm like,
it is true.
Yes. Yeah. So, you know, and even
underserved market for sure.
Yeah. So it's just, you know, it drives me insane. And, you know, part of what I'm going to go over in the class, you know, about the details and the props and everything too, is also how to present it for daytime hours. I know we're all, you know, we usually tell everyone, come back at night. It looks better at night. Yep. However, there are some times when you might drive past and you're like, you know, I might get to that house, you know, just it's daytime look as well. So it's how to present it in daytime and nighttime as well, and how to accentuate it with lighting. And we're going to cover everything about preps.
Love that. Love that. Not to pick your favorite sibling, but is there a Chicago Haunt Builder members house that you never miss every October?
That's a good one.
Oh, I'm just going to go with Slankers. I got to go with Slankers.
Okay.
Canyon Trail Cemetery. He's like the Disney World of the Chicago Haunt Builder houses.
I will give you that. I sacrificed a phone to his.
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
What an experience. I agree with you.
Yeah. Classic. Now, I mean, there's so many great houses, but their house really is like the Disney World of the Chicago Haunt Builders. Everything moves. You look over and you're like, oh, look at that little flower moved, and you wouldn't have caught it.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Oh, I love it.
We
get me all excited. I can't wait. Now I'm not. I can't stop thinking about shoulders. Yes. I can't stop about the time that Chris's phone. But there, you know, there's so many memories on this, and there's so many things that you quickly become part of, such an intricate part of the industry, Cheryl. And you know, one thing that we love to do is to ask some personal questions.
Okay.
Are you up for some personal questions?
Sure. Let's shoot.
All right. I love to start with this one. And I'm gonna switch the script a little bit here, Chris. What do you think you draw the most inspiration from?
Oh, good question.
Oh, why do you got to hit me with the hard one?
That's a good one.
Where do I draw inspiration from? Can you move? Can you pick another one?
Yeah. Okay. So how about this? What is your favorite Halloween movie of all time?
You got to do this one too. I have so many favorites, but I will tell you the one that I will watch anytime it's on TV for some reason or another is 13 Ghosts. I love it. And I would really like to. I was actually thinking about in my display in the future doing a whole all 13 ghosts. And so I got some brainstorming going on there.
If you do that, let us know. We will come shoot a live segment for sure.
Absolutely. But I'd also like to invite you out to our haunt this year because we are doing a 13th ghost.
That's so
I know it hasn't been announced anywhere yet, but the visuals and everything else that I'm like living with are just like amazing, and I'm so excited, and I can't like keep it under wraps. And as soon as you said that, I was like, that's amazing. I love it. I love it.
I would love to do 13 ghosts. I've always wanted to do it.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I love streaming and I love everything about that. And we know that a series is under development with like HBO or Max or, you know, whatever right now. But back in the olden days when that DVD came out and they had all of the backstories for all those 13 ghosts, so awesome. So awesome.
Yep.
Oh.
And you don't really see that anywhere because, I mean, it is, I guess they would call it old now, but, and it's sad because I guess that is old, but you don't see that anymore, the 13 ghosts. So
no. It's
well, you might, because we picked it as a haunt theme. So Universal's probably going to do it next year.
Yeah.
Kidding.
Well, I will come and visit you this year, Nicole, and see your ghosts.
I'd love it. I'd love your feedback. All right. So finally, one of our favorite questions is, why do you do this? What makes you love Halloween and the haunted house industry so much?
I've always loved Halloween, and I've always loved scaring people. It's just, you know, whether it's you're jumping out around the corner and you just do like a boo, like it always just kind of cracked me up. But now that I do my home haunt and I see the kids' faces when they come back every year. And like I said, even now, once my garage door is open, they're going by on their bikes and scooters and peeking in, and they're so excited for it. So to see that, and then also one of the most precious memories too was 2 years ago. There was an older gentleman. He was probably in his 80s, and he walked up with his cane up my driveway, and the smile and look on his face was so precious. And he was like, "This is the greatest thing I've seen," you know. And it hit me, and I'm like, "This is why I love doing it, is for everyone that comes by and enjoys it." And then I also enjoy then turning around and handing them the list or saying, "Hey, go 15 minutes this way and you're going to see 3 more houses and do this and do that." So it's like, it's just really become a very community, you know, a very good community of Halloween lovers around here. And, you know, when I mentioned possibly taking a break one year, the kids were like, "No." And I said, "Okay, fine."
Nice thought. Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, not going to happen.
So it really, like, creating those memories for people, it really keeps me going with it. And then I love creating things, you know, so, because I see something online, I'm like, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to put my spin on it, and I'm going to change it. And so.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
This is awesome because we've seen your work for years, and obviously, like, you're super talented. The fact that you get to teach again and people love your class, tons of comments, tons of love in the chat. And we can't wait to see you very, very soon.
Yes,
obviously, your work will be on display at the Chicago Haunt Builders booth and walkthrough, I'm assuming, which are booth numbers 2952 and 2953. If it's laid out how we think it's laid out, the walkthrough is right across the street from the booth.
Okay. Yep. Typically how it is.
Yeah. And
it's floating around there.
Obviously, ChicagoHauntBuilders.com. Do you have a specific name for your personal haunted attraction for your home haunt?
For my home haunt, we go by Creepers on Carlton.
Oh, okay.
Because I live on Carlton Street.
Love it.
And but then all of my social media is under Torts Tombs.
Love it. So people can find you.
Mm-hmm. Love it. I love it.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we would love to stay and chat with you all night long, but we know that you've got some work to do. So thank you so much for joining us tonight. And before we go, we've got a surprise that we would like to give away, a set of passes to the trade show floor. Could you do us the honors of sticking around for just a minute? We're going to place a jar up on the screen. Well, Robert will. I'm not. Neither is Chris, because all the magic. There it is.
Robert does the magic.
All right. Okay. Now, what I would like everybody to do is go ahead and comment in order to be entered. So this is across the platform. So we're streaming on Facebook, we're streaming on YouTube, wherever you are. Once you comment, your name is going to be added into this jar. Okay. After the comments get going, Cheryl is going to say stop, and then that's the winner. So if you remember what the name of Cheryl's display is, go ahead and put it in the comments in order to enter to win a pair of passes to the trade show floor for Saturday and Sunday. Okay, let's see. It takes a second.
Yeah, we'll get some in there.
No, that's awesome. I mean, that's a $65 per ticket, so $130 value that you're getting just for watching the show here tonight, and you get a chance to win. So thank you, Jen and Rich, for the donation.
So I just need to say stop at any point in time.
Yeah, give it
Anytime.
just a few minutes. Like any comment's gonna put it in there. So even if people, JC Smith commented, that's okay. But yes, lots of people are getting it now. So
There we go.
There you go. Creepers
it always takes a second. So we like to give people just a few minutes to get them in. And I also love it because this exposes all the folks that are really watching us.
There you go.
You get to flush them out.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder, Nicole. Like, we love people that are watching, and we love the interactivity, but definitely let us know you're here at least, because we can't see a list of people that are watching. We just see the list of comments.
Yep, that's all we see. So even if it's a hey, how are you? Happy. Usually it's Tuesday. Today's Wednesday.
A lot of people are paying attention. I'm loving this.
Yes. Oh, I know. I knew they would. I also wrote it down because I got really excited. So, right. Whenever you are ready.
Yeah.
You just say the words and Robert will stop at the jar and a name will be pulled.
All right. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop.
All right. Congratulations to Jerry and Connor. You have won yourself a pair of passes to the trade show floor on Saturday and Sunday. So you're going to want to go ahead and email Nicole, NICOLE at HAAshow.com or Chris, KRIS at HAAshow.com. We'll get you on that list and make sure that you're totally taken care of and ready to go for MHC 2024.
There we go. Congratulations.
Thank you for helping us with that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate it.
I can't wait to see you super soon.
Yeah. Wait, what do we got? 2.5 weeks? 2 weeks?
I know.
That's it.
Yes, that's it. That's all we've got. Very excited. Thank you again. And safe travels.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right.
Bye, Cheryl.
See you soon, Cheryl. Great to see.
I know. You know what? To me, she has become a staple for MHC that like gets me like 100%. Very excited. It like fills my soul with sunshine. Like I'm like ready to go. I just want to go and hang out with everybody and see it. And yeah.
And the support and the love like the group has for each other and for everybody in the industry. I mean, just wearing those horror horns from Horror Props. We love Dave and Aubrey. They'll be there in the Halloween hub. Very, very excited to.
Okay, I got to just shout this out. Zombie said, watch it, Cheryl. I'm stopping by and ringing your doorbell frantically. I'm like 5 minutes away. That's really funny. I love it.
There we go.
I love it.
Maybe he's bringing some Malort.
Yeah. No, note on the horror horns. So I have ours. We have a special edition, TransWorld Live, that I have worn. I mean, I wore them at TransWorld, but I've continued to wear them at different spaces, places, and times. And like, I love to pretend that I can embarrass my children. I can't. I've often said that I'm going to wear like a glitter bombshell jacket to like school, and they're going to be like. So I've worn the horror horns multiple times. However, my one son, Jimmy, just runs up to me and is like, Mommy, and like leaps into my arms. He's 5'5" and 11 years old. So it's a little. It's all it does is make it a little more awkward. However, recently was wearing said horror horns to pick him up at school because I said one day I'm going to get him and he's going to roll his eyes at me. And instead, his hair is long enough that he took them off and put the little barrettes in his hair and was wearing them around with no problem. He wants, and I'm not going to be surprised at some point when I get a call that has them and has tried to like put him on a teacher or something.
Oh, I believe it. It
makes me a little nervous.
And a huge thank you again. I know that we've expressed it as well. To Horror Props, to Dave and Aubrey. We love them both. But thank you, because we gave that to Robert, I think, when we saw each other in March. And what a great present when we saw you guys there. And literally MHC, I mean, it's all of our show. And with Dave and Aubrey being there, having a home right there in the Halloween hub, I'm sure they're going to be having some horns there that you can pick up and accent your everyday life when you're picking up your kids.
And I have to give them one more shout out because I did see a photo on one of their Instagram or the Facebook webs that Aubrey was wearing a vintage, I call it vintage because it's no longer in production, but Universal Monsters comic book style hat with her horns. And I have purchased it now like 3 times from either eBay or Poshmark, and it just no longer exists on the planet. So follow them on all of their socials because they're trendsetters, and they have the most exclusive and well sought after pieces of clothing and accessories ever. So there's that little plug for them.
Yeah. 100%. And you know what, to August, like, we love that you're with us. We are going to make sure you get tons of that horror and haunted industry love from your horror family. It is going to be a great love-filled MHC, and we can't wait to see you again.
Yeah.
And sharing that love as well.
But speaking of love, speaking of cool, speaking of like crazy, innovative, awesome things, our next guest actually continues to impress me because he's kind of put himself into the industry in a space and place that we all knew we needed, but didn't ever know that it could possibly happen. And I will never forget being captivated by his interview last year. So I'm very excited for him to join us again. Chris, do you want to share who our next guest is?
One of our favorites. We got to do it from TransWorld HQ. And if he is any indication of the future of our industry, we are in great hands, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls, please help us welcome Franco from Skullkrane.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
It's going all right. Excited for tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited too. When we were talking and planning and everything else, I was like, you know who I want to see again? I want to see Franco because you've got such great energy. Number one. Number two, you are such a great representation of the next generation of this industry and how innovation and a little bit of knowledge can go a really long way.
Absolutely. And I really appreciate the opportunity once again.
Yeah.
He's so passionate, so industrious. I don't know that you sleep. Like most haunters, they get like 4 hours of sleep a night. I think
like 4 nights. Who's getting 4 nights, Chris?
Right,
you guys sleep?
Yeah, exactly. When we met you last year, oh my gosh, boy, did we just immediately just melt. So, dude, you are awesome, and welcome back to the show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It absolutely feels great to be back.
You're getting lots of love in the comments. Paul, Kimberlina, Hema, all saying hello to you and welcome to the show.
And hi right back.
So there's some folks that know about you, but I'm going to give you the stage for a second well, we're both going to give you the stage, whether Chris wants to or not, to tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started.
Sure. So I run Skullkrane. I run it myself. It is a online-based site where you can source pretty much all you need when it comes to animatronic parts. So I have a big background when it comes to animatronic service. I did it publicly for a time. It got way out of hand. I had to scale that back a bit. But I do parts. I'm printing parts every single day for customers. A little bit slower now, but now is the time to get your stuff going again. But I do 3D part fabrication. I model myself. I also have some people I work with that model as well. So we make the little gears that you find in your animatronics, maybe a little bit difficult to see, but I do all kinds of different ones. This one's from those jumping spiders that are really popular. This one's from those Gemmy classic horror characters. So what I do is we go ahead and model these based on the original parts, print them, and then we ship them out to you. They're backed with a lifetime warranty. And that's my main mojo. I also do like other parts, motors and belts and everything. I also sell repair kits. So if some people want to know, hey, how do I get started with this stuff? I have an entourage of different repair kits that I deal as well. And the great thing about those is that if you buy one of those kits, you have my lifetime support. I have people asking me all the time for repair advice and things like that. And how I got into this industry is just from my own sake of wanting to fix stuff and realizing, hey, there's a hole in the industry here. There's no parts. You can look everywhere you want, but these parts didn't really exist before. It's sort of a niche market for these seasonal animatronics. And for the longest time, it was sort of you buy it and you throw it away. And now seeing the value of these animatronics go up over time. I mean, some of this stuff on eBay can hit the thousands, and it sold 10 years ago for $200. So why throw it away? Why thrift it off? why not fix it yourself? My parts start at $5. So really for $5 and my guidance, you can bring your animatronics back to life. And that's my tagline. Bring your Halloween back to life. That's
I
Skullkrane.
love that. I love that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and I will tell you, I mean, so I purchased a part. Okay, I did not admittedly do it. I had you on and I had Garrett do it. I'm sure he's in the comments that hooked us up with a connector for one of the 12-foot skeletons because it was a part that kept breaking. And your part came in super fast. It was easy to install. It was wonderful. I have nothing but great things to say from personal experience all the way around.
Look at that live testimonial.
Yeah. I don't give them very often. So
no, that's awesome. Oh
yeah. So there are some people that need to order some parts. So Robert, I'm sure you're already on your way to popping that link right in the chat. But tell us a little bit more about like your processes. Okay, going back to, I just said the 12-foot skeleton, right? So what made you decide, okay, this is a need, right? Is it your own personal collection? Is it things you're hearing from the industry? How do those decisions get made?
So I have a couple of different ways that I make those decisions. The number one way is for people just emailing me. And I actually worked with somebody in the comments, Jerry, who won the giveaway. Congratulations. Yay! And they just reach out. They say, hey, I have this gear. Do you have it? I check to see in my bin of parts, do I have this? And if I don't, they mail it to me and then I get it modeled for them. And I go ahead and I ship that gear back along with fresh copies of the gear. They pay a one-time modeling fee. And then once that gear is done, now everybody benefits because that gear, once the modeling fee is paid, and it's really, really inexpensive, it goes up on the site for everyone to purchase. So that way the entire community benefits from it. And that's where I get a lot of this as well. Sometimes I'll find people commenting like, hey, back last year, actually, or the year before, there was a really popular Spirit Halloween animatronic called Mr. Dark. He lunged up like 12 feet, but he broke like crazy. So I knew there was a problem. I looked at the mechanism, found out there was a specific gear that was failing on each one, got that gear modeled right away. And then once I put the link in the Facebook group for Spirit Halloween, even in Haunt Builders, it blew up. Everybody was buying this gear. I was going crazy. Heck, even Spirit Halloween themselves was buying this gear to supply to customers. So wow, that is how I really work it. I just find what people need, whether they come to me or I sort of go to them. It's sort of a mix of both, but that is how I get my name out there as well.
Yeah. And it's really funny. So Robert just said that you helped him bring up his prop back to life too. No.
Yes.
And you touched on something earlier in the interview where you said that things just became like disposable. And I think, people at some point started to undervalue some of the stuff just because, even the 12-foot skeleton, it felt like it was a rush to get it. And then you could kind of get it anywhere for like a hot minute. And then now it's gone. Right. But it's something that has staying power. For the most part, a lot of these props are really well built. But like you said, there's certain things that come out and, the factory doesn't know necessarily that it's going to lurch up 1,000 times in a season and, how that's going to withstand a lot of that stuff. So with a company like yours, that has really kind of brought back all the way, all the cool things. All that to say, my biggest question for you is what's the most unique thing that you've had to either repair or troubleshoot?
Oh my goodness. I've had people with these like store display from like the 80s, different like animated characters. There was one person that came to me with this bear that blew bubbles out of his mouth and he was like 3 feet tall. And these are like just random things from the 80s that I was getting thrown. So I've seen some really unique stuff. Now I won't buy. That's part of the reason why I stopped being so public with my repair services because they get tricky. They can be difficult. I've seen a lot, but the ones that I get are the ones that I just can't help somebody over email or over the phone. Sure. That's when I have them mail them in. And that's when I start to get really technical with stuff and it gets really tricky.
Yeah, I bet.
Which goes to our good friend Derek from 13th Floor Entertainment had asked, do you make parts for props from the early 2000s? And it sounds like you can make anything.
I can make anything. And the great thing is too, and a lot of people have this question is they say, well, the part broke in the first place. What stops it from breaking again? And I try to do my best with everything. If I don't have it in stock on the site, that means somebody hasn't mailed it in yet. And if I make it for you and it doesn't work out, I always take care of everybody, whether or not it breaks now or 3 years from now. I lifetime warranty everything. So I think that's a big thing that a lot of people sort of wonder about this stuff. But yeah, the answer is absolutely yes. If you don't see it on the site, once again, shoot me an email. I've got bins and bins of gears from different manufacturers and motors and belts and you name it, I probably have it. So just shoot me an email or give me a call, and I'm really happy to work with you on getting you what you need.
And to help anybody that's listening, to help you from any technical aspect, I'm sure pictures help, or model numbers, or anything that can help you, track down schematics or, whatever.
100%. Absolutely. The more info, the better.
Very nice. What an awesome service, because we know the wear and tear that go on any mechanical part in the haunted industry. And you're right. They start to stack up as far as cost. If you can repair it for a fraction of the cost, you don't have to go and buy a new one.
Absolutely. And 100%. I saw a question in the comments, by the way. Modeling fee only starts at $15. So again, If I don't have the part, $15, and now all of a sudden you've got a brand new part that's been freshly modeled for you. And now everybody benefits from it as well, because once you've paid your modeling fee, it goes up on the site for the public. Everybody can grab it, especially you. Once you've paid your fee, now you can go buy 10 copies if you want. You'll never see that fee again.
Love that.
That's awesome. So now, okay. You talked about how you got into this. You talked about kind of like where your passion is on a lot of this stuff. But tell us a little bit about what you're going to be bringing to MHC 2024.
Yeah, so I guess one thing I realized, especially last year, is that MHC brings a big table of people that are looking for animatronics for their home. And the thing is, I have a huge background with selling animatronics too. I've been doing eBay for about 10 years. So I know a lot about what people are interested in. And I learned a lot last year too. And speaking with Rich, actually, he looked at my booth and he said, these are the things I noticed that are selling. So I actually went in again. And I'm like, all right, we're going to go in heavy. I got 2 booths this time, booth number 2734 on the show floor. Same exact spot, just now we got 2 booths. We're going to be next to Chocolate Treasures. I saw them.
Hey, I know he's here.
So, yep. And then Hallucination Creations as well. And I love their stuff. I saw them at TransWorld, and they're really
Mikey.
Cool. So what I really wanted to do was double down on the smaller stuff, because cash and carry is really big at MHC, and that's something that goes for both vendors and people going in, is that the goal is for people to get stuff for their home haunts. And that's what I love about MHC versus TransWorld. And both are awesome shows, but MHC, the beautiful thing is it's for the public. It's for the home haunter. That's what it's geared toward. Yeah. And that's what I like. So I'm going to be bringing some really cool stuff. Like, these were crazy good sellers last year.
Oh my God.
They
I remember
those
a
little bit, but they're little walking dolls. Yes. And again, what I love about it is that people will buy them, and then they'll be showing them to other people. Then people will come over to the booth. I got to get one of those. And it got crazy. Sunday of last year, we had these crawling hands, and they're going to be back. And all of a sudden, my buddy Cruz, who won't be with me this year, but he was with me last year, and he realized that people were catching an eye when they were moving across the table. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to put a couple of them out there, and every time they shut off, I'm going to clap my hands and turn them on again. All of a sudden, we had a crowd of maybe 20 people. Every single one of them bought the crawling hands. It was unbelievable. So again, doubling down on cash and carry, doubling down on the smaller animatronics. I will have my kits as well, but I love doing the show because it lets me express myself too through animatronics.
Love it. A question that came up, I know you're great at shipping, but if people wanted to save a couple of bucks, they purchased an item, can they pick it up from you at the show?
Yeah, we could work something out, and something new we're going to be doing at the show this year as well. I am going to have some bigger animatronics, and what I'm going to be doing is for Midwest customers, I'm going to be doing free shipping. So smaller stuff, it'll be more tricky, but you'll be able to grab it in a bag anyway. But the big stuff, because I will have some really big animatronics, the 6-footers, and those are going to be obviously not easy to carry around. I'll be shipping those for free. So that'll be something that will work out at the show. But again, always hit me up if you have any questions, because I'm really flexible with all kinds of stuff like that. I just want to make sure everyone's good on getting their product.
I just got a text literally about your customer service.
Yeah.
Might be the best in the entire industry. Like, there are very few people that care for your customers as much as you do. So just so awesome to be able to get to continue your adventure.
Absolutely. And I really try. That's my number one priority. Whenever, again, that's why I did the lifetime warranty. That's why I have the customer service for life on the animatronic kits. I don't care that they were $13. I really like to help people, and I really don't want anybody to feel like they were left out when it came to my product. And I stress that. I can't stress it enough. Seriously. I mean, I admit there's some parts that I've fabricated that have failed. They've put them in their animatronic and it's failed instantly. It will happen. But the first thing I say to people when they buy my product is email me before you freak out or anything. Issues happen with the production. Sometimes my filament, it comes from the factory. It's not the same standard as the other one. I ship you out a new part. If the new one doesn't work out and that's at my expense, I fully refund you. So seriously, there's no reason to be scared of trying aftermarket parts. And if the aftermarket doesn't work out, chances are I might have an original spare as well we can try.
Oh, that's really good to know. Now, question from the audience. Do you do any pneumatic parts?
So pneumatics are interesting because as we've seen in the last couple of years, I've seen at Lowe's and I think Home Depot as well as trying it, they're doing pneumatics with animatronics combined. So they're kind of doing a mix of both. I haven't touched on it too much, and I don't know if I will because it is a whole different ballgame. So I won't give a definitive answer as of now, but for the most part, just send me a question through email or call if you have a pneumatic, and I'll see if I have it. But again, it's not my mojo. My main deal is the seasonal batteries and adapters operated animatronics.
I love that. I love your honesty on that.
Honesty, yeah.
Thank you, Haunt Builders, by the way. I appreciate that.
Yes, Haunt Builders. Franco is amazing for sure. Okay, so it's now to that time where we ask you some personal questions. Are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
All right. What is your favorite animatronic of all time? I switched it up.
Ooh, oh my goodness. I love Frankenstein. I got to be honest. Frankenstein. There's a new one this year at Home Depot that, oh my gosh, I got to get my hands on it. But I love the older ones as well. My name is Franco, so it kind of came naturally growing up, especially with my dad being in his 60s now. He grew up on Frankenstein, so it was just big for me as a kid. And that's why it's also one of my favorite horror franchises as well.
Yeah.
Great answer. Great answer.
Well, I was going to ask what your favorite movie of all time is.
Oh, you can, because it's going to be a different answer.
Okay, good. All right. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Okay, everyone's going to get mad, but it is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie. And I know I am 20 years old, and I know it's sort of been geared more for the younger generation, but I grew up on that franchise, and that's part of the reason why I started all this is through that. And I know it doesn't mesh with the rest of the horror industry, but it is my favorite horror movie just because of it being so closely related to my childhood and to what I do, which is animatronics. That's why I loved it so much.
Oh, I see. You know what though? But it's a new. It's almost breeding a new genre of horror in a lot of ways, and I think it's paving the way for some of the more creative things that are coming out for the next generation. I really do, because the next generation is scared of different things, and different things creepy.
I welcome it. Let's get the younger generation into the industry.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Even Alan agrees. Like Matthew Lillard obviously comes from Scream. It ties into our 13 Ghosts comment, and obviously Five Nights. So, very awesome.
That's awesome. All right, finally, why do you do this, and what makes you love Halloween and the haunted house industry so much?
Well, I grew up loving Halloween. It's always been my thing. It's my favorite holiday, but the reason I do it is because I feel like I have a purpose in the community and I sort of have an involvement. And I feel like I'm in a way, it feels like my products are needed. They don't feel like a want, but like a need for some people. And that gives me a purpose to be in this community on top of my own interest. And that's why I get involved with TransWorld Live and get involved with doing the MHC show with my booths. And I do other local shows as well. But again, it just gives me a sense of community, especially with Haunt Builders. I love what they do. If you live in the Illinois area or even surrounding, seriously, get involved with that group. It's free to join. It's just on Facebook, but it's an incredible group of people. So I think that sense of community and sense of need for my own product, but not only that, but for myself and that involvement in the community is just what makes me so passionate about Halloween, because it is an amazing community. And thanks to you guys as well.
Bravo.
Well, it is an amazing community because I just had to run to the interwebs because I've been under a rock for the last couple of weeks just with vacation and everything else. Take a look at the Home Depot Frankenstein that's coming out, and I am very excited. And I've already sent this link to my husband because now I'm pumped and I'm like, new goal for this year for Orange Friday. So thanks for that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, obviously, your website is Skullkrane. So that's SKULLKRANE.com. You can start your window shopping, make some purchases now. Get ready to go to booth 2734 at MHC. Meet Franco, pick up some stuff to fix your stuff, and continue bringing Halloween to life.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris. And thank you to Nicole as well. It's been a pleasure being on here as always. And I'll see you guys at the show.
Awesome.
We can't wait.
Thank you. We'll see you very soon.
Take care.
Only 20. Only 20.
I
remember sitting around with Rich and just going, holy hell.
You know what? He just said the words earlier in the interview. I don't know if you remember, but he started selling stuff on eBay at 10 years ago. Crazy. And I'm sitting back going, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. That is a great venture for a 10-year-old. Like, that's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
But Sean's right. There is so much more to this show, guys. So make sure you're sticking right here. Chris, you got a minute?
I do.
Do you want to do a little giveaway?
I would love to do a giveaway.
All right, awesome. You get to come up with a question. You get to come up with something to throw out there to our fans because we've got another pair of passes to give away to MHC for the trade show floor Saturday, Sunday. This is $130 value. Gosh, we're so lucky to be able to do stuff like this.
Yes. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Rich, for sponsoring these and giving away $130 value. And that's early bird special pricing. So that's the best part. Okay, well, we've been talking a lot. You know, Alan brought up Matthew Lillard because Cheryl brought up 13 ghosts. Mm-hmm. So let's talk 13 ghosts. Here's your mission in the chat. Right, MHC. I know because these things are related, right? MHC, and name your favorite 13th ghost.
All right, Robert, do you have that handy dandy jar?
Perfect.
There it is.
Here we go. Welcome, Erica. We're glad you're here. It's a good time to join in. Now, it doesn't have to be the 13th ghost, which we all know who that is, but who is your favorite? I think I don't want to say mine verbally yet because I don't want to give anything away. But I am going to have to agree with Kayla there and Courtney. That's exactly,
where I was. Yeah, that's where I was.
That's my answer.
Yep.
Like we need a whole backstory on how the cage got there, just why this person's so crazy. Like it's just awesome. Yes. Kelly, love the Juggernaut. Absolutely.
Ooh, Shane, good answer.
Yeah. Oh, that's good stuff. Good answer.
I actually love these because I learned a lot about people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Definitely not judging by any means, but then like when certain people say things, I'm like, oh, I can totally see that.
The Juggernaut is fun too. He's great. I've seen we've seen back in like for those Chicago folks, like the late 90s, early 2000s, when the movie first came out, I think the guys from Dream Reapers came out with like a metal cage version, which I think was pretty heavy. A lot of support on the shoulders and the neck. And then somebody else redesigned it into some sort of a fabric. Yeah. And made it quite lighter. I'm sure the actor or actress that was playing it was
pretty thankful. Yeah.
Oh, these are good ones. Well, Nicole, do you want to do the honors whenever you feel like calling it?
I am going to count it down.
All right.
3, 2, 1, 1.5. Stop. All right.
CES?
So I think it is CES. Yes, that is our good friend Hema. you have just won yourself a set of passes to the trade show floor on Saturday and Sunday. Go ahead and email us at Chris, KRIS, at haashow.com or Nicole, NICOLE, at haashow.com to go ahead and claim those prizes.
Congratulations, and thanks to all of you for playing.
Yes.
But wait, there's more.
All right. We're going to take a quick break to hear from our good, awesome, amazing sponsor, HauntPay.
Anything you need, HauntPay's here for you. Established in 2013, we're gonna keep on chugging.
Oh, we love HauntPay. Thank you.
I know. And if you guys didn't know this, they give us all sorts of new material every now and then, and we get so excited all the way around. I'm hoping our next guest has awoken from his slumber and is ready to hang out with us and party here on TransWorld Live.
Very much so. Very much so. So excited. He is in the middle of a journey right now, but made sure to take time for us. We're very, very honored. Nicole, you want to do the honors or you want me to?
I do. We want to go ahead and give a big TransWorld Live welcome to our good friend, Paul Lanner from Hunters Against Hate.
Hello, Colonel.
Hi.
How are you?
Hi, buddy.
I'm fine. How are you?
Did we wake you?
Good.
No, I was finishing up my yo play that I had left over from my haunting with friends.
So I was getting ready for snack time. So I have my mixed berry ready to roll here.
Wonderful. That's great.
That's so funny. That's so
breaking news. That will be the Hunters Against Hate new competition this year on the show floor. How much yogurt can you eat?
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Just joking. Just joking.
That would be hilarious though. I'm just saying.
Do you have a favorite flavor of Yoplait? Just
I can't tell you the last time I had Yoplait.
Really? Do you eat yogurt?
Greek yogurt.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
I eat like the triple strength, like triple X, whatever, but it tastes like bananas. Not to worry.
I like vanilla bean.
Oh, that's a good one too.
All right.
Yes.
That works. That's
a good one. That's a good one.
Yes. Yeah, I'm in some Holiday Inn Express in Eastern Kentucky right now.
Which actually, all jokes aside, you are an official colonel in
Yes,
in Kentucky.
Yes,
which is so awesome.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah, pretty wild. Well, it was made that by Governor Andy Bashir.
Which is so awesome and just a great sign of all of the amazing work that you do for our community. For those that need a reminder or those that have been living under a pumpkin, tell us everything about Hunters Against Hate.
Well, I would hope most people at this point would know about
Me too.
Hunters Against Hate and the genesis of it. Well, I'm not going to go into the genesis of it, but, Hunters Against Hate is all about inclusivity and educating people about making sure people feel welcome and included in their environments in the haunt industry, and just recognizing that everyone should feel welcome and feel like they're a part of a family and not feeling that they should feel left out or be excluded for anything for being who they are, and that they should always feel welcome. And like I said, it's about inclusivity and not feeling any kind of hatred. We're all part of one big family, and they should feel that way always. And that's what Hunters Against Hate is all about. It's about having people being able to come up to someone and say, you know what, I feel welcome, and thank you for making me feel welcome. I don't feel alone anymore. And I've seen how it's affected people through the years, and that's what it's about. So that's what Hunters Against Hate is all about.
some of, and I know I probably speak for Nicole on this, but some of my, on a real true serious note, some of my favorite moments ever working in this industry have to do with wise words that either you spoke, in a small group or in a large setting about the lives that you've impacted directly and how you have helped not only haunters, but youth and adults and families feel that acceptance and inclusivity. So I don't know that I speak for the industry or Nicole does, but certainly on behalf of all of TransWorld, thank you for all the work that you do to bring us closer.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's not, it really isn't about me. It's about the younger people that have come up to me and the families who've come up to me. It's about them. And that's what it's about. So, bottom line. And you've heard the story, and I've told you the story about what happened at the past TransWorld about the young man, and it's like telling me that because of Haunters Against Hate, because of how it affected him the year before, he was able to come out and be himself now. And he came up to me and he said, thank you for that. And how good he felt about himself now. And I told him, I said, if Haunters Against Hate, if my booth did nothing at TransWorld this past year, it would have been a success just by what he came up and told me. That's what it's about. Yeah. So
well, and you've definitely been on a mission. And I think, I mean, I speak for a lot of people to say that it's not going unnoticed. And there is so much that, you've provided, and so many, and your work's not done by any means.
No.
You're constantly trying to include other people and create resources and do things for people. It's not easy, right?
It's not easy.
An organization, which, as I'm talking out loud right now, I need to send in my donation for our haunted attraction. So I'm going to write that down right now, and I'm going to remind everybody else to do it right now. And that a good place to do that is at MHC or before. But one of the things that, as for us, for our haunt, that we're able to do is to open conversation. It's able to open up that conversation and say, we make this pledge every single year. This is what it means to us. This is what the vision of the organization is. It's very much just scratching the surface at this point. But that inclusivity is an all-in thing. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that you belong, that our customers belong, and that as a community, we all belong here. And we're all in this space together, and we can coexist in every way possible.
Right. Terror in the Corn reached out to me recently, and I actually wrote something for their manual. And they asked like how to deal with customers. I'm like, that's tough because you have no control over how customers are going to react to people. There's just no way.
Yeah.
It's beyond your control. But try and look at it in a way almost like the customers are acting out. It's like, look at them as actors. They're behaving, they're acting for their friends in a way, like the tough guy. And try and teach your actors that they're reacting to actors. Because that's what they are. These people are acting for their friends. I'm going to act like a tough guy, and they were like, that's a really good way of looking at it. It's like, it's true. And I actually gave them samples of how I saw that happen to me as a child with kids in school that were kind of bullies, and they were like, wow. And it really hit a nerve. So it's like, it's like I relayed my own personal experiences from my youth and how that affected me. And it really hit them, and they loved it. So
that's a really important thing. And I actually think it's going to become thrusting to the forefront of our industry in a really big way, is that customer reaction. Right. We're no longer talking about the interaction. We're more or less talking about the reaction. And as society changes and different things are happening, it is definitely a struggle. And from the business standpoint, your hands are tied. It's just like, you watch people on viral videos in a store and they're acting out. And that's a great way to put it. And, this is it's a different world all the way around. And, you know, it's like I say to my kids, you can't ever stop somebody from the way that they're going to act. All you can do is stop yourself from the way that you're going to react. And it's one of the biggest disciplines that you can ever have, but also disciplining yourself to know that you know right from wrong. And a majority of the people that are around are going to know right from wrong. But that person's actions is just as much a is a reaction to a situation as you would react to them in a lot of ways. And it's you know, it's kind of learning that different language.
Exactly.
Can you inspire a lot of folks, and we've heard a lot of inspiring stories, but just in our chat tonight, Vine from the chat says, Paul makes me want to be a better person.
No, I appreciate that. That's very kind.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
You
seriously.
It's being hateful. It's just too much energy. It's too, you know, it's like, why put out that energy? It's just easier being nice and easier being good. It really is.
All right.
It's too exhausting.
Speaking of exhausting, I don't want to get too far and exhaust you with a lot of these questions and feedback. So I want to just scroll up. And some folks are talking about the luncheon, which we're going to get to in just a minute. I pre-looked ahead. Yogurt is not on the menu, just as a spoiler alert. But you're getting a lot of lemons in the chat, and lemons are on the menu in a certain way.
No, we're not bringing up the lemons, are we?
Yes.
Thank you, Kyle Miller. Thank you.
How did I know?
But people are saying, so glad that you're bringing Micah to MHC. Can't wait to meet him.
Yeah.
Paul gives awesome hugs. So much support. Love it. So much impact.
That's great.
Biggest question of all of the evening. Is Paul bringing the hardback books to MHC?
Oh.
Which hardback books? Which volumes?
I would suggest.
I would assume not 9 because Nicole will be on hand, just so you know.
I will. And if you would like autograph signed, just turn to the page. And I'm always available, as you can see. I no longer carry extra copies with me. I know somebody made fun of me at one point, but I'm out of them. But it sounds like I can buy them at MHC.
She'll supply her own Sharpie.
I will. And because of this book, Paul was on a billboard in New York City.
And I will, in a moment, I will be bringing up that volume anyway. So
okay.
Love this.
Because that will come into the conversation shortly.
Okay. All right. Okay.
For those, real quick, just because we are talking hardback cover books, I know the Pets edition was delayed just a little bit. You've changed directions for book 10. Do you want to tell everybody about that?
Book 10 is now being called Hunters Against Hate Through the Years.
Oh, we love it.
And I wanted to make volume 10, since it's 10, something special. So it's almost volume 10 is being turned into a scrapbook.
Oh.
So it's being made like Hunters Against Hate, a reflection of how it's been since its inception. Because Hunters Against Hate this year will be 8 years it's been in existence.
Wow.
So cool. I've been pulling pictures of everything through inception to current times, and pulling images through the past 8 years, having people send in images of conventions, of images at the haunts, of people wearing T-shirts from the beginning, pulling my own personal reflections, pulling T-shirts that were never used, and compiling all these different scrapbook images. And that's what volume 10 is going to be about.
Very cool.
I'm just telling any of my crew, we probably have dozens of different group shots of everybody wearing different Hunters Against Hate shirts all the way around. My husband was wearing one yesterday. His entire wardrobe of Hunters Against Hate stuff. And shout out to one of our people, Sean Hunter, that wears his pretty consistently all the time. And that's so fun. I love that all the way around.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying. I want people to send in their reflections about Hunters Against Hate, what they think about Hunters Against Hate, what it means to them, and that's what it's going to be. It's going to be a scrapbook. It's not going to be a typical, image on a page with like a haunter with their inset photo. It's going to be a total scrapbook.
So I'm wondering if there's going to be a picture of an epic road trip to the Cheese Castle in there. I'm just asking for a friend.
Oh, there just may be.
Oh,
there just may be.
Stop! Oh my God.
Right.
That makes me so excited. Guys, there's this one time. Okay, if you've ever had a chance to be kidnapped by me, just do it. Okay, because you never know what's going to happen. Paul did it. Paul trusted Jen, Tade, and I. And yeah, we went to the Mars Cheese Castle, and I still say all the time. And had the most epic, like, hot chocolate and just, yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. And good talk.
Yes, it was a good day. Yes. Oh yeah, I have many images. Trust
Oh my God,
me.
I'm laughing because Angie just brought up the time that I kidnapped her and we went to Hell's Gate. Angie, I actually started telling that story last week when John was on, and the fact that, like, yeah, I don't know whose random house we, like, turned around in their yard, but it happened.
Yeah, like that's the one where I bring up where you killed like the whole family of possum.
Allegedly,
Right. The 5-minute trip that took 3 hours to get to Hell's Gate.
Oh my God.
We took the scenic route, okay? We took the scenic route.
The scenic route through Texas.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. Chris, you missed out on that one. That was the one you were like, follow us, and then, like, took off like a race car, and it's like,
yeah, and we were there in 15 minutes.
Well, I'm out here. I'm not from there at all, and I've got a GPS of, like,
I remember.
It's fine. We got there. We lived it. It's all right.
Now, was that was the same night that I wish we would have captured Paul's face getting out of the car at Midnight Terror's clown takeover after.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Paul was cooped up for an hour there. That was awesome.
Yeah, let's not talk about that. Thank you.
Oh my God.
Moving on.
All right, so we kind of hinted on this. Hunters Against Hate award luncheon. Tell us kind of about it. Tell us what to expect, what we're going to be doing. I've got a menu over here that I can share in a little bit. So,
yes, the Hunters Against Hate, as you know, I've given out awards for the past several years at Hunters Against Hate, the event, Hunters Against Hate, the event 2. Well, this year, it's being sponsored by Midwest Hunters Convention, and it's happening on that Friday before MHC, which is on Saturday and Sunday. Friday evening is the Hell's Gate thing, but Friday afternoon from 12 to 2 is the Hunters Against Hate Awards Luncheon, which is a separate event. You don't need a ticket for Midwest Hunters Convention. It's a separate ticketed event. It's $50, and it's being held at Moretti's Restaurant, and it's a full-on luncheon, sit-down luncheon, and it's the presentation of the awards for both 2023 and 2024. So 6 individuals are getting the awards, and I will go through right now who the individuals are. I'll start with the 2023. So the Jesse McDonald Award for 2023 is going to Sven Stoffmel, who unfortunately can't make it over from Germany. He will be here, though, in October to go to all the Chicago haunts with 4 other people from Germany, some who've never been to the United States before. So they've never been to Hell's Gate. So I'm going to take them to all the haunts in Chicago so they'll get to experience them. So I'll present him the award then. But he's the one who introduced Hunters Against Hate to Movie Park Germany. And they're the ones who had me come over and have the Hunters Against Hate parade in Germany. And it's all because of him. So he's well deserving of the Jesse McDonald Memorial Award for 2023. So he's getting that award. The Legacy Award for 2023, which goes to someone who is a celebrity who's been in the media or film or TV, is going to Judith O'Dea, who, if you don't know, played Barbara in the original 1968 Night of the Living Dead.
Oh my God, I love it.
And Judith wrote Judith was at my Hunters Against Hate, the second event, and she is amazing. She's the most wonderful person you'd ever want to meet. Lovely woman. She just turned 79.
Oh my God.
So I know. And she is so excited to come to get her award. Now, I'll share this. She wrote the introduction for Volume 9 that you are in.
Mm-hmm.
So she can autograph your Volume 9.
Yeah.
Now, when she wrote Volume 9, she came out in her introduction to Volume 9.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that. Oh
And
my God. Now everybody needs to buy a copy of it.
That is pretty amazing and pretty profound. And she wrote an exceptional introduction. And she is all about promoting and endorsing Haunters Against Hate. And if that doesn't deserve a Legacy Award, I don't know what does.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And presenting her that award is Laurie Cardill, who played Dr. Sarah in George Romero's 1985 Day of the Dead, who's coming in from Pittsburgh. And Laurie was the first Legacy Award recipient. So that's pretty exciting. So I'm very excited about that. The Haunter of the Year for 2023 is going to, everyone knows, Alex Wode from Hell's Gate, Sharky, who is such a big proponent for Haunters Against Hate and make sure everyone feels included and protected by her. And she looks out for everyone. She even looks out for me. And she's one of the most amazing human beings I know. And I love her to pieces. And she is so deserving of Haunter of the Year. So she is getting that award for 2023.
Amazing.
The 2024 recipients, Jesse McDonald is going to Roberta McClellan. I can never say her last name. McClellan from Niles Scream Park, who reached out to me and with magic was integral in the creation of that haunt takeover at Niles Scream Park with Haunters Against Hate and had that whole weekend event happen. She wrangled all the haunters. She's the one who's such a strong proponent for Haunters Against Hate. I mean, she talk about a fierce proponent for LGBTQIA rights and who will stand up to anyone who dares to say a word against it. I mean, she is an amazing, strong, powerful human being, and I can't think of someone more deserving than her for that Jesse McDonald Award. So she's getting that award. And the Legacy Award for 2024 is going to Micah Eby, who was on Sci-Fi's Face Off when it used to be on TV, who owns Feral Works, who works with Immortal Masks, who is such a talented sculptor, makeup artist. I mean, beyond belief, who from when I first met him, almost 8 years ago, stepped right up to the plate and donated a mask to one of my first raffles to make sure that he was there to donate something and raise funds for Haunters Against Hate. It's been that way every year. Who introduced me to Mortal Masks and had them donate masks to me for my raffle. And just an incredible individual, and he's used his clout to be part of Haunters Against Hate. So I can't think of anyone also more deserving to get a Legacy Award for 2024 than Micah. And then Haunter of the Year for 2024 is going to Lost Souls Haunted Bus Tour, James Palace, who, once again, another incredible individual.
Yeah.
Who has made one of his Lost Souls tours every year since I've known him, has dedicated one of his Lost Souls to Haunters Against Hate every year and has gone out of his way nonstop to always promote Haunters Against Hate, no matter whatever he's doing, he will always say, Hunters Against Hate, always there to help me whenever he can, no matter what he's doing, no matter how busy he is, he's always there for me. And an amazing man, amazing haunter. And it's like, Japes, I can't think, you so deserve this for what you've done for Hunters Against Hate. So he's getting the Haunter of the Year for 2024. So these amazing individuals are all being recognized at this luncheon.
That's incredible.
Love this.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and great choices to you and your team, because these are visionary people who really are just so respected and loved by the industry, because they get their hands in, they get dirty, but they also make sure that the mission is carried forward and that they're caring about every single person.
Yes, they are.
It doesn't matter what challenge or how busy they are or where their own personal mindset is. They are very unselfish and they care about everybody.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And they always are there to support Hunters Against Hate. Always.
Yes.
So I can't think of more qualified individuals to receive these awards. So it's like that this luncheon is going to be very special. There's going to be surprise guests at this luncheon. So it's going to be a really lovely, inclusive. I'm sure it's going to be an emotional event.
Sure.
I have no doubt. And the really nice thing is people get to interact with all of these wonderful people. They'll get to chat, catch up. It's like sit down, talk to them, because it's not going to be rush. It's going to be a nice 2-hour luncheon where people, before the awards are handed out, talk and interact. And that's what I want. That, it's not rush. So,
I mean,
and you can go ahead.
If there wasn't enough to sell this event, because you have these amazing folks that you get to interact with, take pictures with, and celebrate, you've got a great menu. And speaking from experience, Nicole and I both had meetings and dinners at Moretti's, and they're a great partner of ours. And you're going to get great chicken parmesan and penne marinara, fresh vegetables and salad. There's going to be desserts, some lemon sorbet, of course, something lemon.
Yeah, lemon sorbet.
Clean the palate.
That's right. That's right. But I mean, you're going to get a great meal with great people, and this is well worth your time, your money, your effort. So if you were thinking of getting into Chicago a little bit later on Friday, see if you could switch your flight to early, because you don't want to miss this.
Yeah. And you can go to the website. You can go to the Hunters Against Hate website, and you'll see there's a tab that says HAH Luncheon, and you click on that, and there'll be a QR code that you can take a picture, and it'll take you right to where you can get the ticket.
Love this.
So make it easy.
Love this. This is the event. I mean, now
it's a very sincere, emotional, heartwarming event. That's what it's about, and it keeps the Hunters Against Hate message going, and you'll get to hear from these recipients, and you'll hear from their heart how they feel about it too, and it's about heart and soul. That's what it's about.
We're getting some speeches, baby. We're getting
exactly.
Love it.
And then at Midwest Haunters at the Hunters Against Hate booth, Lori and Judith and Micah will be spending the day at the booth.
Ooh.
And you will have the opportunity. I mean, Michael will be showing. I'm going to ask him if he can bring some masks to show his masks. He could talk to, people who are into sculpting and mask making. Judith and Lori will be signing. I have special 8x10 photos that I did that say fighting hate night and day, that they'll both be autographing, and you could take pictures with them, or you can bring your own paraphernalia from Night of the Living Dead or Day of the Dead that they'll autograph. And any money raised will come back to Hunters Against Hate, which will help with the Hunters Against Hate operations, and will also go to donate to LGBT organizations across the U.S.
Oh my gosh. Well, folks, make sure you put it on your list. Booth number 2848. I believe that's your same spot from last year.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
That's awesome. That is
So,
awesome.
and they're very excited. Judith O'Day is so excited to be coming, and Lori is too. In fact, they're both going to go to Hell's Gate on Friday night. So they're excited.
Gosh.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Can I drive?
Oh, great. That'll be fun. Great. Sure, you can drive.
Can I borrow your minivan, Paul?
Yeah.
Oh, low blow. Low blow.
Okay, fine, you can drive.
Sure. I'm so sorry I didn't get to see you, Nicole, at TransWorld.
I know. I still feel awful. Oh my God, it was such a, it's crazy. MHC will be much easier. So I've been told.
Yes.
Sure. Make sure to bring your volume 9 over. And also, if people want to bring their volume 5, Lori, if they have volume 5, Lori wrote the introduction for volume 5.
Okay.
So she'll autograph volume 5 for people.
All right.
We had a question come up. I know you're going to be selling what you have left in stock from 9. Do you have any 8 books, 8 or 7, or any books prior to 9?
I'll tell you what. If people want specific volumes, have them message me, and I'll see if I can get any ordered.
Okay.
And see if it's in the budget right now to do that.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
Paul at HauntersAgainstHate.com, folks.
Exactly.
All right. So I just want to scroll up for just a few seconds because you got a lot of outstanding comments.
Oh,
and, so many people commenting about all of these folks, these wonderful folks that definitely deserve things, these accolades and amazing things. And just, it's so great. And if you have not seen the comments, I wish you guys could see both of them because they're coming in for all of these recipients, which is just amazing. I do want to highlight, August said, if you ain't donating to or buying something from Hunters Against Hate, you ain't trying hard enough. That is so true. That is so true. Paul has so many great things available that all benefit Hunters Against Hate. So make sure that you are checking out the store. Make sure that you are checking out the new merch. Paul's constantly creating new t-shirts and new things to have, and they're great conversation starters as well, all the way around.
Like the paddles.
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah. How about the paddles?
I have 68 notches on the paddle now.
Oh my God, that's so funny. So funny.
Is there any, we had a question come up, is there any special pricing if someone wants to buy a whole table or sponsor a whole table for the luncheon?
What do you mean sponsor a whole table?
For the luncheon, like buy all 8 or 10 seats and bring their executive team or operations people?
I haven't even thought about that. Let me think about that.
We should email you if we're interested.
Yeah, say to those folks, email you at paul@HauntersAgainstHate.com.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll work through that. Okay.
Sorry, I that caught me off guard.
Sorry. No.
You better be ready, honey. Now you've been on TransWorld Live. Everybody's gonna want to come.
Yeah.
I would hope so. That would be lovely.
Absolutely. They're gonna have to build an extension to the building.
Yeah, sure. We'll put a cemetery out there. Someone can yell to Judith O'Day, "They're coming to get you, Barbara."
I was hoping for that.
I mean, did you see my shirt I'm wearing?
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh,
my God.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, obviously,
and the thing is, once you meet Judith O'Day, you're just going to want to just hug her for the rest of the day. That's how wonderful she is. Same with Lori. She's the most wonderful person you'll ever want to meet. And these two women, you're just going to be enamored by them.
Oh, we can't wait.
And Micah, I love Micah so much. I love all these people getting the awards so much. I really do.
I can't wait to celebrate them with you guys. The website, HuntersAgainstHate.com. Obviously, you can donate, you can sponsor, and you can buy tickets there. You can buy other merch like you just released a beautiful with your a beautiful shirt with your logo over the heart, like a chest pocket logo. It is one of my favorites. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And then, of course, and then there was Alex. When I was at Old Joliet Prison for the Halfway to Halloween, I sometimes keep a couple of patches in my pockets just for the hell of it, and I'll hand them out. And Alex goes, "What are you, Oprah?" Where it's like, a patch for you, a patch for you, a patch.
The answer to that question is always yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, every time I see you, you do that. She goes, "You're like Oprah."
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it.
I may have to pull that at the luncheon.
I think you might.
Yes, I think you need to.
I think you need to. I'm sending my email now though about a table because that's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, a few haunts have messaged and they want to bring their people. So
Wonderful.
This is good. Is it? Oh, new question. Sorry. Is it first come first serve, or are there table reservations or assignments or anything like that?
No,
Just kind of
it's
general
not
seating.
assignments.
Okay.
How much space do you have?
The maximum it's 100. Well, actually, no. There's been tickets sold already, so I'd have to go through and see. So let me. I don't know how many are left. Let me say. There may be 70 tickets left.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So don't delay here, folks.
So don't
delay.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Good to know. That's really good to know.
Yeah.
Especially when
if you have dietary restrictions, let me know.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I'll go next door to Taco Bell and get you an enchilada.
Oh my gosh.
Here's your double-decker taco. Shut up.
Oh my God, I adore you. You are so funny.
I know. Who wants the crave case?
Oh my gosh.
I would do that.
Yes, you would. Yes.
I really hope that you just bring it out at one point, just as a joke.
No, I can see him sitting at his table, just like munching down on White Castle. Yeah.
I know. I'll have someone fly in like In-N-Out Burger just for me.
Oh my God. I love it. I love it. Okay. So now, who Tom Coaster would like to donate a tombstone to HAH? Who do I contact?
Donate a tombstone?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool, Tom.
Thank you. Contact Paul at HauntersAgainstHate.com.
Oh my gosh. See, and if we stay on here, people are cobwebs and candles. Oh, just kidding. They said, "Can we optional nacho fries instead?" Here's me thinking you're donating nacho fries, and I was like, $20. I'll take right there.
Hey, where I'm staying at this hotel, there's a Crystal Burger across the street.
Oh my God.
What if we volunteer, like the guys from the Nightmare Forge and Jason and Brock, to make a dozen tables, in 15 days?
Maybe. Yeah, sure, right.
Oh, did you see Jenny's comment?
I'll donate bagels, Paul.
What is she donating?
Bagels.
Thanks so much.
Love it.
Oh my God.
Great. Wonderful.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be
This
great.
is awesome, Paul. Thank you.
God. Paul, we could stay around and talk to you for hours, especially about Volume 9. But
of course we can, especially about your page.
I mean, and the messaging in the front is very important as well. So we found out this evening.
Is the spine broken in, Nicole, where the book just naturally opens up?
So okay.
No, there's just a permanent bookmark.
So there is a permanent bookmark.
There is a permanent.
All right. Also, it is not because I have multiple volumes of this. Okay, I don't have multiple anymore. Actually, no joke. I really did get it. But no. Okay, so yes, I would be able to just open it without the bookmark. Okay, it has gotten to that point. Right?
That's what I think. Okay.
I get to do this. So and it's only every couple of times a year. So, there's that. But you know what?
Oh my God.
Paul likes it.
Of course.
You know why? I know? Because he put me in a book. Anyway, all right.
That's going to be a page in the scrapbook of just pictures of Nicole opening that page.
That's it.
From images of TransWorld Live.
It's like a whole strip of just
Yes.
Oh my God, I love it.
Oh my
I love it.
gosh.
But breaking news, I just lost the bookmark, so I just put a new one in. But anyway, all right. We could stay and talk about all night long. And as you can tell, it's like Paul's like one of those friends that when you were younger, you'd have like a sleepover and you just stay up laughing all night long. That is for sure, all the way through and
Team
through.
No Sleep.
Yeah. So if you've never met Paul in person, make sure you stop by booth number 2848. Ask him about volume 9. And then also
86753.
just 9.
Jenny will be there too.
Yeah.
I know. With bagels.
Yeah. So it's a pop-up book of Nicole opening the book. That would be amazing. It'd be amazing. My 2 favorite things, books and pop-up things. I love
This is like a David Lynch movie gone bad.
No, we're trying to steer this minivan back on the rails here.
It's not going to happen with you driving.
And save as many groups of possums as possible. So, if there's anybody that wants to check out merch, books, things that they can buy, even donate to Hunters Against Hate.
Tombstones,
HuntersAgainstHate.com.
White Castle.
Yes. White Castle, DoorDash, Taco Bell.
Special Hunters Against Hate crave cases.
There we go.
That's it.
There we go. You should contact Taco Bell for every crave case they can donate.
Yes. Capillo, Hunters Against Hate.
Oh my gosh. All right. We could stay and hang out all night.
I'm delirious. I've been driving 7 hours.
Paul. Yes. Paul
in a minivan, no less.
I know. See? You know why you talk about it, but it's a great story point. Oh my gosh. All right. Paul, anything else you want to share with our audience before you see them in just a few short weeks?
Yeah.
No. I continue on to Carolina Fear Fest now. So
awesome. Oh my gosh. Get out there. Keep doing the good work. Spreading the good word. And in words of one of our very good friends, thank you for you.
No questions? No personal questions?
No personal questions.
Well,
we found out about your weekend. We found out about your
Go pound salt then.
I'm just kidding. Chris, do you have any personal or
I do. You know what? No, because it is tough because you do work with so many celebrities and these people that you've made an impact on that are reversely now making an impact on Hunters Against Hate. Do you have a favorite horror movie that is your just personal favorite?
I've told you what my favorite horror movie is.
I know. That's why I'm asking live.
Rosemary's Baby.
That's right.
Oh.
We don't get that answer a lot. And that's why, when we talked about it, I was like, that's awesome. Nobody mentions that.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick a current one recently, When Evil Lurks, which came out last year.
Okay, yeah.
It's really an exceptional horror film that I highly recommend.
Okay.
All right, I'm writing it down.
When Evil Lurks.
It's a foreign film.
Okay.
And
it just went out of my head. Oh my God, why did it get out? It's a spider movie it's on Shudder now from France.
Gotcha. It looks like it's on Hulu, Shudder, and AMC Plus. So
yes, When Evil Lurks.
When Evil Lurks. It's got this cool red cover there. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, cool.
All right, one last personal question because this is really good.
Yeah.
Paul, who have you met that has made a big impact on your life?
Oh, great question.
Who have I met?
Like, who's made the biggest impact on your life? Yeah.
They're not allowed to be in volume 9, okay?
Paul Rubens.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
All
Yep.
right.
He and I have shared the same sense of humor, and we worked very well together on Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Okay.
So cool.
So,
Oh yeah, that's a fun. Okay, Paul, can you share a fun fact how you would have been able to meet him?
Yeah.
I was interviewed for an article about DVD packaging design. 6 months after that article, I got a phone call. And it was this woman. She goes, "Hi, my name's Melody, blah, blah, blah. I won't say her last name." She goes, "And I am Paul Rubens' business manager. And I read your article, and we are interested in possibly having you design Pee-wee's Playhouse for DVD." And I went, who is this? Because I didn't believe her. And she goes, "No." She goes, "I mean that." She goes, "We were really impressed what you had to say, and he's not happy with who's designing it right now." And I was like, "Okay." She goes, "So his personal assistant would like to call you over the next couple of days and arrange for a meeting." I was like, "Okay." And sure enough, a couple of days later, his personal assistant called me and said, "Paul would like to come meet you at your place on Monday. Is that okay?" And I was like, "Okay." And that Monday at 11 a.m., my doorbell rang, and there was Paul Rubens.
Wow.
And we sat down and we had an hour and a half conversation. And before I knew it, I was designing Pee-wee's Playhouse for DVD.
Wow.
Wow.
And we worked together for 6 months on that. And it was a lot of work, and he was very meticulous, but we got along very well, and we understood each other completely. And I adored him. And he never forgot my birthday. He always remembered to contact me on my birthday through the years and everything.
Oh.
He was an amazing man. So
That's awesome.
That's a great.
I'm so glad that question was asked.
Yes.
yeah, and the thing is, I just treated him like Paul. He was Paul to me.
Yeah.
He wasn't like, "Oh, Pee-wee." Even though I never forget, I had him autograph my Pee-wee's Big Adventure poster, which I had, and I finally got it framed, and I was talking to him, and I said, "Hey, Paul," I said, "I finally got the Pee-wee's Big Adventure poster framed." I said, "And I got them to take the yellow out of it because it was aging." Dead silence, and he goes, "I can't think of a sharp retort for that right now."
Oh my gosh.
So that's the kind of relationship we had with each other.
That's
And
awesome.
it was great. And his death really, really broke me. It was so sad. So
Oh, what a great answer, though.
That's a really great answer. I have to
Yep,
tell
so-
you that Paul Robinson did have a great retort immediately that said, "No, my last name's Robinson." Because he thought you were talking about him. Or he was
no, it wasn't though.
I know your sense of humor. Oh my god.
No, sorry.
Oh my gosh. Well, Paul, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all
Always a joy. You know that.
oh my gosh, you light up our lives, and you
Very much so.
help so many other people proudly show their light. So
My
thank you.
pleasure.
We love you, and we'll see you very
Love
soon.
you too. Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Bye.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
bye, buddy.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe we are at the end of this episode, because it means we only have 2 more left until MHC. I can't even begin to believe it. It's just insane. Chris, when will we see each other again?
Not next Wednesday, but we will be back to our normal Tuesdays. So next Tuesday, May 28th, we'll be able to recoup and recap our entire Memorial Day weekend and hopefully share some good laughs with some amazing guests as we are on the road to Midwest Hunters Convention.
Yes, we are. We want to give a big thank you once again to our good friends and sponsors, HauntPay, for being official sponsor of
Thank
TransWorld.
you.
And most importantly, everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend. Be safe, and we will see you here on TransWorld Live next
Right
Tuesday.
here. Next Tuesday.
Good night, guys.